Hello from Legion Stadium in Wilmington, North Carolina. Today, Sea Devil TV wrapping our soccer doubleheader with the Sea Devil men taking on USC-Salkehatchie. Hi again, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. Cape Fear coming in at 5-3. USC-Salkehatchie at 3-5. Let's meet both of these teams. First, the Indians, head coach Bill Glass, starting out today in a 4-4-2. The defenders, number 8, Enrique Power. Number 18, Mateus Sequel. Number 27, Merheem Alcock. And number 32, Jared Crawford. The midfielders, number 4, Brian Paul. Number 7, O'Keen Johnson. Number 21, Killian Matten. And number 36, Shane Sterling. And the forwards, number 6, DeAndre Johnson. And number 9, Aldolfo Aquilar. So that's the starters for USC-Salkehatchie. Now the starters for C.W. Ponton, who's 8-16 in his second season. Again, a 4-4-2 for the men here this evening. At left back, number 17, Eric Brewer. Center backs, number 5, Ian Dockery. Number 16, Logan Edwards. The right back, number 7, Keaton Simmons. The midfielders, number 11, Nathaniel Lorenz. Number 3, Christian Vega. Number 13, Franco Fernandez. Number 19, Anthony Aguirre. And the forwards, number 21, Deshaun Brown. Number 6, Tyler Nelson. At keeper today for USC-Salkehatchie is number 1. That's O'Neal Lewis. He's a freshman, 2.14 goals against average. 71% save percentage, 10 goals allowed and 24 saves. And the keeper today for your Cape Fear Sea Devils is Lucas Guzmeo. 7 games, 1.81 goals against average, 66% save percentage. He's made 25 saves, allowed 12 goals, and has 1 clean sheet. Cape Fear coming off a loss. They fell to Wake Tech on Saturday. Franco Fernandez, the lone goal on a free kick in that one. Cape Fear actually outshot Wake Tech 13-10. All 3 goals in the game came in the first half, and C.W. Ponton was not happy after that performance, calling it one of the worst of the season. So 2-1 defeat for the Sea Devils. Meanwhile, USC-Salkehatchie is coming off a 3-0 loss at Spartanburg on Thursday. Their wins this year, 2-1 against Wake Tech, 2-1 against Lewisburg, and 5-2 against Patrick Henry. All of their wins have been at home. Wake Tech's in the gray. Cape Fear is in the white. Don't forget, folks, you can use the YouTube chat and give us a shout. Let us know where you're watching from. Love to have you aboard here this evening. Our finale of soccer here on Sea Devil TV, wrapping up our soccer coverage here in 2017. My pleasure. Glad to be with you. Sit back, enjoy. This should be a tight contest. These two teams pretty evenly matched. Cape Fear's got some more size and a little more strength. But USC-Salkehatchie does have a good program. The same cannot be said for their women, who are also coached by Bill Glass. Their women's team lost 14-0 to the Sea Devils women here today. Cape Fear possessing first as we're just underway, so some changes in the lineup for C.W. Ponton, shaking things up after what he thought was a pretty poor performance against Wake Tech last week. Eric Brewer on the left side, and Keaton Simmons getting a touch. He's starting at the right back spot. Johnson, that'll be cleared out by Logan Edwards. On the near side, Shane Sterling. 11 goals in 8 games this season for USC-Salkehatchie. They do have a lot of speed here in the early going. Nathaniel Lorenz winning it back. Lorenz, C.W. Ponton telling us he's a coach, actually, at a local technical school and the only freshman captain for the Sea Devils. One back by Brian Paul, one of the midfielders. Shane Sterling. O'Keen Johnson. Brian Paul playing it back. It'll be Crawford trying to play it forward. One back by Cape Fear. Here in the early going, Chris Shima, glad to be with you. Here at Legion Stadium, about 76 degrees. The sun is starting to fade a little bit, so some shadows creeping in, especially for O'Neal Lewis, the keeper for the Indians, who's on our right. It's been breezy today as well, although not quite as breezy as it was earlier this afternoon. Shane Sterling. Here's Brian Paul. On the far side, Jared Crawford playing it back. This is Enrique Power. Brian Paul with the ball. Shane Sterling. And before he can get to Aquilar, a foul called on the Sea Devils, first of the game. Don't forget, folks, you can follow along with the stats on GoSeaDevils.com. Just go to the schedule page, look for men's soccer, and be able to scroll down, check it out. Free kick now for Enrique Power, the defender, with 2 assists on the season. So he is strong on these set pieces. Curves it in. Cape Fear able to get out of it. Logan Edwards skies it high. It was headed to the near side, and that's fired well high by Killian Matten. Indians won both last year against the Sea Devils. They won 4-0 at home. That was on October 15th. And 3-2 here in Wilmington. That was earlier in the season last year on September 10th. 2015, the teams split the season series. Cape Fear winning 3-1 at home. Since 2012, the series is dead even. 4-4-3. The results in the last now 11 meetings between these two clubs. So it'll be interesting to see who breaks it, or if we end up with another tie here this evening. Cape Fear trying to get the attack going. Good pressure here in the early going by Salkehatchie, though, as Johnson fires it. They've had a little too much on their early shots here, though, as Guzmeo yet to be really challenged. C.W. Ponton telling us about Guzmeo that he has the desire, like a lot of players out there probably have the desire to go pro. Starting at UNC Pembroke last year, 2.91 goals against average at that D2 program. That's going to be played out by Franco Fernandez, so a throw to come now for Salkehatchie here. On the near side, that was Sequel looking for Sterling. Sterling going backwards as Nelson applies some pressure. That's headed by Dockery. In the early going here in the 5th minute. Glad to be with you here this evening. I know some of you might just be getting home. Wherever you're watching from, as always, you can use the hashtag CDevilTV on Twitter, or you can use the YouTube chat if you want to give us a shout. Deshaun Brown taken back again by the Indians. Matten on the near side, Brian Paul. O'Keen Johnson now. Johnson trying to split defenders, then trying to sell a foul that was never there in the first place. The officials don't bite. Cape Fear unable to get anything going on the attack, though. Power playing it forward. Again, Johnson running into the wall that is the Sea Devils defense here in the early going. Eric Brewer with a pass on the far side looking for Christian Vega, and it's cleared out, so Brewer will throw it in. Lorenz. Nelson plays it back, and boy, that Shane Sterling has been able to get into those open spaces and win the possessions for the Indians here in the early going. In the 7th minute, I was wondering how this game would feel after calling a 14-0 blowout. And by the way, those 14 goals were scored in 71 minutes. They decided to cut that game short in the second half, playing just 26 minutes of the 45 in the second half. So it wasn't a full 90. It was Cape Fear's, their women's biggest win in recent memory, or tied their biggest win in recent memory, going back 7 years. Long run by Eric Brewer on the far side. Here comes the Sea Devils, first time on this end of the pitch. Good ball on the near side. Defender fell down, but Simmons stopped, and the ball goes out of play. Near side, Shane Sterling. Brian Paul, and he commits the foul as Brown hit the deck. 8th minute, and they're going to get Brian Paul a yellow card here. So a yellow for Paul, and he's going to be subbed. Coming in is Junior Amador. So Paul out and Amador in. And it looks like Logan Edwards will take the free kick here. And that ball didn't have much on it. It was cleared out. Cape Fear. Brewer trying to play it forward. It's headed out by Mateus Sequel. So a throw to come for Keaton Simmons. C.W. Ponton telling us Keaton the most improved player on the team as the season has progressed. He gets the start here today. Looking for Aguirre on the far side. That ball's gonna, Eric Brewer able to catch up to it. I thought it got away from him a little bit. Now across, Brown header, and then it was Nelson who tried to make a play on it. Just a little bit off. It goes for a goal kick. First opportunity here today in the 9th minute for Cape Fear. Cape Fear is 5-3, as I mentioned. They're 4-3 in Region 10 play. The Indians 3-4 in Region 10 play. C.W. Ponton's team, 20 goals in 8 contests, averaging about 14.5 shots per game. Tyler Nelson gives it a run as it was headed back by Power. Donnell Lewis, 24 saves on the season, 2.14 goals against average. Ian Dockery. That's played forward by Edwards. Long run for Brown. The keeper's coming out of the box. Brown trying to keep it alive. And they say it goes out of play. Still, you like the effort from Brown there to try to make an effort to keep that in play as Lewis came way out to the near side. You can see on that goal post that the wind blowing out towards the right side. Lewis. Franco Fernandez getting there first. Brown will head it, and nobody home. This is the Indians, just their 3rd road game of the season. They did have one postponed. As I mentioned, they're 0-2 so far, winless on the road here in 2017. Franco Fernandez trying to make something happen. It's won back by Sequel and the Indians. Shane Sterling looking over on the far side. Amador, I believe. That's Aquilar. Good defense by Cape Fear. Amador comes up with it. Again, the Sea Devils on that far side. Eric Brewer winning it back. Now here's a long run. It's Brown setting up for Nelson. Nelson, it got just a little too far forward. Lewis tried to make the play. Brown hit it. And the defender, Sequel, able to clear. Looks like the offside flag was up anyways. Well, C.W. Ponton's mentioned it more than once to me. The combination of Deshaun Brown and Tyler Nelson, they have really clicked as teammates, and you need that in that front line. Of course, Nelson's also played as a midfielder, but he's known more as an attacking player. Really, that they've combined with Franco Fernandez. Fernandez, a better one-on-one player, maybe than the other two. However, the three in tandem have really worked well together, but especially Nelson and Brown, who I believe are roommates as well, and that either sometimes helps or can devastate, depending on how it goes. We've all had those roommates who become lifelong friends, and those roommates who, all right, how long does this lease go for? We've got about 6 more months with you? Okay, great. But it's been working very well for Nelson and Brown. Here's Deshaun Brown. Brown with a good ball. Is it going to be a little too much? It will be. Keaton Simmons unable to catch up, but you like the effort so far from Brown here today. 13th minute. No score. 2-2. The shots are even here in the early going. We expected this one to be pretty tight. So far it has been. Fernandez plays it forward, but a couple of hops. Lewis will make the play on it. Cape Fear, after that 3-win season last year, looking better this year. I mentioned in the early going, C.W. Ponton not happy with his team's effort against Wake Tech on Saturday. But they've come out playing hard here today against these Indians who swept them last year. Sterling on the near side. That's played forward. Franco Fernandez. Having trouble with it was Aguirre. Now a good run by Johnson. Johnson, that's O'Keen. Looking to play it in to DeAndre Johnson. Not sure if they're related or not. But USC-Salkehatchie from a more rural part of South Carolina. So if they're local, you would think the odds are in their favor. They would be. Shane Sterling. Amador now with a good ball on the far side. Giving it a run is Alcock. And that's going to roll right to Gusmeo. 15 minutes in. Keaton Simmons. Here's Logan Edwards. Ian Dockery. We haven't seen it yet here today, but CW telling us that he's dangerous on set pieces. He is 6'3". And he uses that size. That was a great ball. Near side now. Here's Simmons with a cross in. O'Neal Lewis. He's an aggressive keeper, making a nice play there. Bad kick, though, as that goes out of play over near us. So a throw to come for the Sea Devils. We have had, every once in a while, a little iffy internet here. So if the broadcast goes down, the best thing to do, if you're on a Roku or Chromecast or something like that, is to just log out and come back. If you're on a laptop on a phone, just close it out or refresh, and it should come back for you if it doesn't. Hi to Amy and Aiden, a couple of those folks watching on the YouTube chat. Also, Robert Isaac Jr. Consider yourself shouted out. Don't forget you can chat with us on the YouTube chat or use the hashtag SeaDevilTV. Let's see who's going to take this set piece after that foul. I believe it's going to be Franco Fernandez. He scored off of a free kick against Wake Tech from the half circle after Wake Tech's keeper came out. Chips it in. And the defense able to hold. Nice job there by the Indians. Keaton Simmons. O'Keen Johnson trying to hold him off. And he wins a throw. And I believe we will get another sub here. And it looks like Orlando Egghill coming in. And he'll occupy the forward spot on the near side. Cape Fear winning more of the possession here as Aguirre got tripped up. No call. In the early going, the Indians had control, but Cape Fear has settled in here in the 18th minute. That ball off the mark, looking for Nelson. Matten plays it back now. Jared Crawford, the center back, plays it forward. Cape Fear comes up with it. The Sea Devils, Christian Vega with his first touch on that sequence. Egghill now on the near side. That's Sequel. Back to him. Here's Mateus again with it for the Indians. Chips it forward. Johnson, DeAndre Johnson. Now Egghill coming in and firing it wide to the left. So we go inside the 19th minute. Goal kick to come for Cape Fear. The Sea Devils and Indians will meet again on Friday in South Carolina at 4 p.m. So much like last week where you saw Cape Fear playing Wake Tech twice, same story this week as well, this time with the Indians. Lorenz, Tyler Nelson. Nelson battling, trying to win a throw. He does, taken quickly by Simmons, and both of these teams not settling back. They're both going after it here in this first 45. Tyler Nelson. It's been a fast game both ways. Sequel looking for Johnson. Now it's played back. Amador. Amador off the back heel. DeAndre Johnson trying to make something happen. It's knocked away by the Sea Devils. On the near side, it's Sterling. Amador, who came in as Brian Paul picked up a yellow card for the Indians in the early going. Here in the 20th minute, no score between USC-Salkehatchie and Cape Fear. Indians have won 3 of the last 4 meetings. Lorenz. Near side, it's Keaton Simmons. Fernandez going back heel, looking for Simmons. And once again, the Indians very good at anticipating where that ball's going. Filling those gaps defensively. Deshaun Brown, that'll be cleared away. Aguirre had it knocked back by Matten. Simmons, and Simmons got careless. So a throw here for Salkehatchie. Trying to look it up. Of course, Salkehatchie is an Indian term. There's a river near the campus of USC-Salkehatchie, and that's named the Salkehatchie River, so that's the name of the school. I wanted to try to find out what Salkehatchie meant in Native American, and there was nothing online, so that's the best I got for you. Played forward. Over on that left side, Eric Brewer making a play on it. Here's Aguirre. I liked what I saw from Aguirre against Wake Tech. Coach Ponton saying his physical presence, and he's got a clean first touch combined with some power. You know, that's a trifecta right there. I mentioned it on Saturday as Deshaun Brown took a shot that you don't often see those things connected. Usually the bigger guys have a little trouble with their footing. Deshaun Brown is up. That's good news, as he's walking himself, shaking it off back near center circle. 22nd minute, no score between the Indians and Sea Devils here today. Second of a doubleheader, Cape Fear women winning 14-0 in 71 minutes. Deshaun Brown still gathering himself. Hopefully he'll be okay. That is one player. I mean, you don't want to see anybody go down, but Deshaun Brown is so vital to the attack. 5 goals on the season. Tied with Tyler Nelson for the team lead. Nelson looking to get it to him, but again, that defense for the Indians holding firm. Now a foul called on a hold. Franco Fernandez. So that'll be a free kick now for Salkehatchie. It's a busy week for the Indians. They take on USC Lancaster on Wednesday before hosting Cape Fear Friday. Both of those at home for USC-Salkehatchie. Enrique Power with the free kick. Headed out initially by Dockery and then cleared. Trying for a counterattack now. Tyler Nelson. Brown's behind the defense. The defense does close. Brown's got some size on Amador. Plays it back to Fernandez. Credit Amador doing what he could with it. Cape Fear had a 2-on-1 momentarily, but the Indians hustling back. Here's Ian Dockery. Far side, that was Brewer. Aguirre. And it's taken back again by the Indians. Over on the far side of your screen, Amador plays it back. Matten had trouble with it, able to gather himself. Sequel. On the near side, it's DeAndre Johnson. Shane Sterling has returned. His cross headed out. Here's Aguirre now. Aguirre, see that touch? That was a great pass. Brown with a good pass as well. It's a little too far forward, looking for Tyler Nelson. And the keeper, Lewis, making the play on it. 25th minute, looking for our first goal of the evening. We had plenty of them in the first contest. That ball's going to go out of play as Egghill disgusted. He couldn't get there in time. Here's Aguirre. Another good ball. Headed back. Deshaun Brown. And that's knocked out by Sequel. Another sub coming on. Cape Fear will make a change. Looks like Aguirre is coming out. And it's Martinez coming in. Alfredo Martinez. 1 goal and 1 assist on the season. Checking in. Matten. Far side, it's Johnson. Eric Brewer trying to clear. Johnson chases it down, though. Now a misplay. Salkehatchie stays with it, though. That was Crawford. Alcock tried to cross to the near side. Brown. That's going to be too far forward. The offside flag has been raised anyways. Minute 28. You see the time left on your screen here in the opening half. No score between the Indians and Sea Devils. Chris Sheeman, glad to be with you here at Legion Stadium, our final broadcast for soccer here in 2017. 3-2 the shots in favor of the Indians. Brown plays it forward to the far side. That's Vega. Vega, two defenders around him, and that'll go for a goal kick. Heard from a few folks on the YouTube chat. Hi to everybody in Asheville and Florida watching. I miss Asheville, I'm telling you. What a great place. I know Ian from there. The only problem, though, is if I had stayed there, I think my legs would have fallen off because I hiked so much that I actually developed arthritis at the age of 32. Actually, I think I was a little bit older. It was 33 or 34, but either way, not good. It's from all the hiking. I used to run up and down those mountains constantly. Looks like we're going to have our first corner kick for Cape Fear here. Brown will take it on the near side. Opportunity here in the 28th minute, for a set-piece goal here for the Sea Devils. It looks like goals will be limited here today, so anytime you get a free kick or a corner, you want to make the most of it. Alex Rodriguez comes in. Dockery was in the box as they tried to cross it to him. So Rodriguez is in for the Sea Devils. Looks like the Indians will make a sub here. Amador will come out. O'Keen Johnson, I believe, coming back in for Salkehatchie. Franco leaves it for Lorenz. Lorenz looking to get it on the near side. And again, there's a shot attempt by Brown off the volley, and that goes wide to the right. Center back Sequel has played well here in the first half for the Indians. Cape Fear starting to get more possession, though. As I mentioned, the Indians in the early going controlling things. As we start to get later in this first half, the Sea Devils have settled in. Shots are now even at 3-3. Just one corner kick. That was moments ago for Cape Fear. Cape Fear in kind of an up and down stretch. They lost 2, then won 2, and falling on Saturday. So that loss Saturday means they split the season with Wake Tech. Similar week this week, as I mentioned, with USC-Salkehatchie. They're playing at home first here on a Monday, and then on Friday they go to South Carolina. Rodriguez trying to get it forward. It was cleared out. Now it'll be a throw for USC-Salkehatchie on the far side. O'Keen Johnson. And now a foul called on the Indians. So a free kick for the Sea Devils. I believe some subs are going to come on for the Indians, although I don't know if that's going to happen yet. Kick into the box. Headed around. Headed nicely, but just wide right by Brown. So Deshawn's had a couple of near misses. C.W. Ponton saying he's not sure how Deshawn Brown fell into Cape Fear's hands, but they are happy that he has been able to make an immediate impact as a freshman. So speedy. Austin Roach coming in for the Indians. Offside flag is up there. Tyler Nelson was off. Well, Saturday's game, we saw all 3 goals scored in the first half. And here this evening, we might be heading to the locker rooms even without anyone putting it in the back of the net. Sterling. That ball for Roach. And the defense able to hold. Rodriguez plays it forward. It's headed back again. It's been power and sequel in the back here today for USC-Salkehatchie. This is power. Alcock battling. Alcock was battling with Eric Brewer on that left side. Brewer wins a throw now. Good physical play there from Eric. Deshawn Brown. Far side. That was Nelson, I believe, trying to get the pass off. It was cleared out. Cape Fear staying with it, though. 34th minute. Nice play by Lorenz. It didn't look like either one of the Sea Devils were going to get there. Lorenz and Martinez on the counter attempt. The pass on the near side for Simmons is a little bit long. Cape Fear looking for win number 6. That would double last year's total. 8 goals in 4 home games this year. 12 goals in 4 road games this year. Off the back heel, nice pass by Minto, who's come on, but that ball rolls right to Gusmeo without any trouble. So Stevie Minto coming in for the Indians. At that last whistle, he was the second of 2 subs Bill Glass made. 35th minute. 10:39 left to play here in the first half. A throw to come for Cape Fear on the far side. Sea Devils will make a sub here. Tyler Nelson comes out. And coming in is Renzo Tenorio. Tenorio looking to make a play. Flips it up off the top of the crossbar. Boy, we told you early on, Lewis likes to play aggressive. He came out. Didn't gain full control. Tenorio making an immediate impact. Well, C.W. Ponton told me just before the game that Renzo's their most energetic player, and he brought that energy as soon as he ran out on the field, almost scoring. Lewis has got to be careful in front of the net. Some keepers just like to live more dangerously than others. Crawford trying to play it forward. Now O'Keen Johnson at center circle. Sequel. Minto leaves it on the near side. This is Sterling. That'll be knocked out by Lorenz. Minute 36. Approaching 9 minutes to go here in the opening half. Krishima, glad to be with you. 4-3 now, the shots in favor of Cape Fear. Don't forget, you can pull up the live stats if you want to do so. Deshaun Brown's being held. He was held trying to break free by Power. They didn't call it. And then he wrapped him up, seeing what he could get away with, and they called it that time. So free kick to come now on Franco Fernandez will take it. Fernandez about 40 yards out. Boots a beautiful ball, headed, but not going to be close. Goal kick to come. Don't forget, at halftime, we will slip away for 10 minutes. So you can do the same if you're getting home, get dinner ready, or whatever you need to do. You got 10 minutes. And come on back. We'll bring you the second half. That's going to be over the head. Tenorio tried to make a play on it. And Lewis's weak game, those goal kicks. That's the second one that went straight out of bounds. Here's Logan Edwards, the lockdown defender for the Sea Devils. His ball taken back by Matten. O'Keen Johnson plays that too far forward. And Guzmeo with a play on it. Lucas from Charlotte. Far side, that's Rodriguez. And that'll be out of play. Indians are 3-5. Their wins, 2-1 against Wake Tech on the 26th of August. 2-1 against Lewisburg on the 16th of September. And 5-2 against Patrick Henry on the 23rd of September. As I mentioned, this is the Indians, just their third road game of the season, and they go home for 2 more this week. So it's a home-heavy schedule here in 2017. Guzmeo plays it to the far side. Rodriguez plays it back to Brewer. That was Brown. Lorenz. This now is Edwards. Keaton Simmons. Lorenz. Brown. Martinez. Headed by Tenorio. Giving chase is Fernandez, but he pulls back as he sees he can't get there. 40th minute, inside 6 minutes to go here in the opening half. 2 subs coming in for the Sea Devils. Victor Mello will come on, replacing Simmons. And also Josh Barnello. Barnello, the freshman from right here in Wilmington. CW saying that he initially struggled a little bit in the system. He's improving as he starts to understand it a little bit better now. Made some adjustments to him. And he's been a help off the bench, providing some valuable minutes for Cape Fear. A steal here, Martinez. It looks like Fernandez would have been off here in the 41st minute. So he pulls back, Lewis. Better kick that time. And now a foul is called on the Indians. 5-3 are the shots in favor of Cape Fear. Nothing to show for it. Cape Fear almost getting a goal moments ago. Tenorio came off the bench. Lewis, the keeper for the Indians, got careless. Dropped the ball. Tenorio unable to score, though. Victor Mello winning a throw for his team. Headed by Fernandez. And they say last touch by the Indians, so it'll be another throw for Mello. A few yards closer. Another sub is going to come in first, though, for the Sea Devils. Looks like Lorenz will come out. And Aguirre's back in. That's played in by Martinez, but on a couple of hops, Lewis makes the play. Cape Fear will finish the season with 3 straight at home, but this is their last home game for a little while. They go on the road for 3, Friday at Salkehatchie, next Tuesday the 10th at Richard Bland, and Thursday the 12th at Lewisburg. That's a tough road stretch for Cape Fear, especially back-to-back Tuesday, Thursday at Richard Bland and at Lewisburg. They will finish at home on the 14th with Lancaster, on the 16th with Patrick Henry, and then Spartanburg Methodist on October 21st before the Region 10 tournament. Headed Aguirre will play it forward. Crawford on the far side. Rodriguez taking it away. Getting it back, Alcock. Good physical play here in the first half from both of these two teams. Shots have been limited, 6-3 now in favor of Cape Fear. So the Sea Devils defense playing well. Most of those 3 shots came early on. That's going to go behind, though, for a corner kick, though. It'll be the first corner of the evening now for the Indians. I believe Sterling's on the near side, so I think he's going to have to give way, and it'll be Power who will take it on the far side. Power with 2 assists on the year. 44th minute, crosses it in. It's headed by Aquilar, but to the left. And it'll be a goal kick. Don't forget, folks, we will step aside at halftime, take a 10-minute break. Goose Mayo gets set for the goal kick here inside the 45th minute. No score yet. Good defensive battle between the Indians and Sea Devils here in Wilmington. The coolest weather that we've had since, I would say, April here in this area. Be nice if it would last, but I think it's going to warm up later this week. It feels like USC-Salkehatchie from Allendale down there in the southern corner of the state. It's just always 90 degrees there. Turnover here, an opportunity now with 16 seconds for the Indians. Here's Johnson firing it, and just too much on it again. And that will wrap up the first 45 minutes of play. So, Cape Fear and USC-Salkehatchie locked in a defensive battle. 0-0 at halftime. We'll go away for 10 minutes. You're watching Cape Fear Soccer here on Sea Devil TV on YouTube. We'll be back with the second half in 10. Welcome back to Legion Stadium. No score between USC-Salkehatchie and Cape Fear. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you. Start of the second half, 6-4. The shots in favor of Cape Fear. They had a couple of scoring opportunities in that first half that went awry, and Salkehatchie did most of their damage in the opening part of the contest. So their first few minutes, they dominated possession, but Cape Fear settling in, playing a little better towards the end of that first half as we get set to start the second period. Of course, Shima, glad to be with you. Again, don't forget you can use the YouTube chat if you want to chat with us. We've heard from the usual suspects, Amy and April, and also Roberts. Also, hi to Mariah, I believe, who's watching her Indians play in South Carolina, I would assume. So, it'll be USC-Salkehatchie who will possess to start off this second half. Indians and Sea Devils meeting for the first of two meetings this week. Cape Fear goes to South Carolina on Friday to take on the Indians in the rematch. How about that play by Lorenz? They're going to call a foul on Salkehatchie there, so that'll set up a free kick now for Cape Fear. Just underway here in this second half. Cape Fear is off until Friday. USC-Salkehatchie, as that Tyler Nelson passes off the mark, will play on Wednesday. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday week for the Indians as they host USC-Lancaster on Wednesday at 3 p.m. The game against Cape Fear on Friday is at 4 p.m. This is our final soccer broadcast of 2017. Long run, Tyler Nelson. The defense, bend but don't break, is the best way I could put it right now for Salkehatchie. Is they've given up a couple of plays, but they're a very fast team, and they've got great closing speed defensively. Over on that far side, this is Shane Sterling playing it forward, but too far. I believe there was offside flag was up. The official who's got the flag is not in my vantage point, so thanks to Ethan Carlson, who's been bringing you the pictures that you've seen on your screens this season. We'll see Ethan next year for Cape Fear in front of the net. Deshaun Brown. Ooh, he got hit in the back. He was called for the foul first, I believe. Enrique Power inadvertently shoved him in the back, and you can see Enrique, you know, there's no harm intended there. He's making sure Deshaun's okay. Boy, I've seen Deshaun Brown on the ground more often than I'd like so far covering the Sea Devils this season. Is he's taken some hard shots and good sportsmanship there between he and Power. Again, you know, that's the game. It's a physical game. People who don't know anything about soccer that like to talk about soccer talk about it's not a physical game. It is very physical. And that was great sportsmanship between two players who understand that they could be on either end of that at any moment. That's Alcock on the near side. Back heel, Minto playing it forward. Eric Brewer playing left back today, unable to clear or gain possession, I should say. USC-Salkehatchie are coming off a 3-0 loss to Spartanburg on Thursday. Cape Fear lost 2-1 against Wake Tech on Saturday, snapping their 2-game win streak. There's going to be a push and a foul called. And, you know, once you get to the second half, these set chances become a little more important. So about 30 yards out, Enrique Power, I mentioned in the first half, 2 assists on the season. We'll try to set something up here for his teammates. Power. Goose Mayo making a play on it. Minto couldn't get his foot on that. Franco Fernandez playing it back. Eric Brewer gets it forward. Brown giving it a run. Lewis is out of the box and they stop the play. DeAndre Johnson got flipped up and a foul called on Cape Fear. Boy, Lewis, he lives dangerously. 51st minute. On the far side, that was Sequel. Johnson, that's DeAndre Johnson on the far side for Salkehatchie. And it's off Cape Fear, so a throw to come for the Sea Devils. Sea Devils 4-3 in Region 10, 5-3 overall. The Indians are 3-5, 3-4 in Region 10 play. O'Keen Johnson tried to play it in. Brown looking good after taking that wicked shot. Matten played it forward. Goose Mayo is there. So 6 minutes in now here in the second half. Eric Brewer with a header, trying to keep it in, but it will go out of play. Killian Matten will throw it in for the Indians. Head coach for USC Salk is Bill Glass. Mentioned it in both games so far. He's also the coach of the women's team. Stark contrast in between those two teams. The Indians men, very competitive, although they are a couple of games below 500, not an ideal record. Still, they're a competitive team, and the women, that is not the case. Cape Fear's women winning over the Salkehatchie women today, 14-0. In a game that was shortened out of mercy to 71 minutes. Minute 53. A foul was called on the Indians. Logan Edwards boots it forward. Good ball. That almost got through again. Sequel's been so good, the center back for the Indians here today. Trouble there, though, is Vega trying to come up with it. And they say it's last touch by the Indians, so a corner kick to come. That is going to be corner kick number 2. Both teams now with 2 corners here in tonight's contest. Don't forget all these stats that I'm telling you. You can follow along. Go seadevils.com. On the schedule page, just click on men's soccer. You'll find it. Brown on the corner. Header, and into the back of the net. It's Logan Edwards. '53rd minute. Logan Edwards with his first of the season. And Deshaun Brown with his second assist of the year. So the Sea Devils had been knocking on the door for some time. And again, those set pieces in close games Good teams know you got to capitalize on that opportunity. Deshaun Brown with a beautiful kick. And Logan Edwards, right place, right time for the defense. It's good to see a defender get some stats, you know? Sometimes dopey broadcasters like me, we forget about the defenders. I try to mention them as often as possible. It's good to see a defender get a goal. I say that as somebody who was only allowed to play defense. They wouldn't let me anywhere near the ball. Tyler Nelson was off, I believe, so we'll have a free kick here for the Indians. So 1-0, Cape Fear. Cape Fear trying to win for the first time against the Indians since 2015. Salkehatchie trying to answer before Minto can get it. It's cleared. Don't go to sleep on the Indians, though. They've got a lot of speed and skill to get themselves right back in it. O'Keen Johnson playing it too far forward on one hop. That's Goose Mayo with the play. One clean sheet for Lucas so far this season. He had one last year at UNC Pembroke as well. Alfredo Martinez. Fernandez. Franco Fernandez, such a good one-on-one player. Brown, offside flag is up. I thought so, as Brown was off. Franco actually played for that flag down. Fernandez fires it. Lewis makes the save. I don't know that the official was looking. I think that was offside, but Ethan, you got a thumbs up or a thumbs down on? Was that off? Yeah, that was just a mistake, I think, by the sideline official who had his head down. And so Cape Fear got away with one. It didn't lead to anything, though. Yeah. There's a ball. Alcock plays it in, headed by Simmons. Aquilar chips it in. Indians needing a goal now. The tie have turned on the attack again. This is Matten firing wide to the right for a goal kick. So 12 minutes in here in this second half. 57th minute overall. Chris Sheeman, glad to be with you at Legion Stadium, home of the Sea Devils. 1-0 in favor of Cape Fear. Logan Edwards, a header into the back of the net off a corner kick by Deshaun Brown in the 53rd minute, making it 1-0. Cape Fear looking to go to 6-3 and double up last year's win total. Started talking about Franco Fernandez. Fernandez playing for Chris Liebert when he was the coach here in 2015. Tyler Nelson is going to be fouled. And now another opportunity via the set piece. And we'll see if Franco takes it. He will. So Franco Fernandez played for Chris Liebert's team in 2015. Did not play last year. Back now under C.W. Ponton. And he had a goal from about this distance against Wake Tech on Saturday. So he's dangerous from these spots. 4 goals, 3 assists on the year for Franco. And that one comes right to Lewis, who makes the play. Long run out on that far side, Shane Sterling. Matten leaving it back for Sequel. Sterling again. The pass behind. Crawford able to chase it down, though. Tyler Nelson applying pressure. That's won by Brewer. And that'll go off the Indians and out of play. Cape Fear, I mentioned, their next 3 are on the road. Then they follow it up with 3 at home in the regular season. Long run, Aquilar, good ball, back heel by DeAndre Johnson. And the offside flag again was up. That was a nifty play for the Indians. And yeah, it was an offside call, but that leads you to believe that 1 goal might not be safe here in this one. Cape Fear scoring in the 53rd. We're in the 59th now, and the Indians coming back alive on the attack. 9-5 the shots in favor of the Sea Devils. Long run, firing it right at Gusmeo was Aquilar. Gusmeo with the save. Dockery on the near side, playing it forward over Nelson's head. Brown trying to get to it. Power able to clear. 9-7 now. The shot's starting to catch up. And a shaken up Salkehatchie player, that's Killian Matten. So here in the 60th minute, Killian shaken up. Cape Fear called for a foul, and near side of center circle, we will have a free kick for the Indians. O'Keen Johnson. Sterling plays it back to him. This is Power. That's Sterling firing it, and that'll be short of the post, out of play for a goal kick. Here in the 61st minute. Folks, a reminder, we are done with soccer after today, but one more fall broadcast coming up October 14th. It's Cape Fear Volleyball, finishing a tri-match with Davidson County. That'll come up at October 14th at 4 p.m. down in Brunswick County, internet permitting. Long run on the near side as Fernandez gave it a look. Throw taken by Alcock. Looking for a foul, the Indians. Martinez wins the throw, though. Good defense from him. Dockery. Logan Edwards playing it back for Gusmeo. Tyler Nelson looking for Brown, but the offside flag has been raised. Salkehatchie has wins against Wake, Lewisburg, and Patrick Henry. I don't know if Lewisburg's having a down year. They're usually very good in Region 10. Long run off the pass, Fernandez. Brown trying to get there, but Lewis comes up and makes the play. Salkehatchie beat Lewisburg 2-1 on September 16th. I don't know Lewisburg's record offhand, although I'm going to look it up. That's right, yeah. Ethan Carlson, my camera guy, mentioning that was one of the that was the worst loss of the season for Cape Fear against Lewisburg, 6-1. Lewisburg's always a strong Region 10 program in men's soccer. Salkehatchie beat them, though. They've got the skill to do it. They've got a good team. That's going to be a foul. Are they going to bring out a yellow? I don't think so. Deshaun Brown called for the foul. Oh, he is going to get him a card. So Deshaun Brown's going to pick up a yellow card here. And he will be sent off for a moment. Josh Barnello, I believe, coming in for him. So Power with the free kick. Headed up. That was Logan Edwards on the header. Martinez, the kick a mile in the air. Barnello, here's Nelson. Hernandez is through. The defender Sterling closing. Fernandez waits. He falls down. Fernandez fires, and it's a goal. Franco Fernandez, masterful. 63rd minute. Tyler Nelson will get credit with the assist, so 10 minutes after Logan Edwards makes it 1-0. Franco Fernandez for the 5th time this season. How about that pass from Nelson? Nelson now with 5 assists to go along with 5 goals. He's got 15 points. And Cape Fear now with some breathing room. 2 goals not insurmountable for the Indians, but Cape Fear breathing a little easier. Indians trying to answer back. Johnson playing it in, looking for Sterling, I believe, on the 1-2. And Gusmeo makes the stop. 11-7 now, the shots in favor of the Sea Devils. 8 of the 11 shots on goal for Cape Fear. Cape Fear came in with a .478 shot on goal percentage, so about 48% of their shots on goal. Here today, it's about 2/3 of them. That free kick will not count, so they take it again. 65th minute. A bad pass. Barnello will be unable to get there, though, as Crawford has to play it back to Lewis. Barnello keeps up the pressure. O'Keen Johnson. Now Eric Brewer coming up with it. Here's Franco again. Fernandez, Barnello, and that's too far forward. Lewis makes the stop for Salkehatchie. Trying to get that through ball through, and Logan Edwards with the noggin on it. Back heel, Logan Edwards again intercepting. Dockery. Near side, Eric Brewer. Looking for Martinez. Matten with the anticipation and takeaway. Aquilar. O'Keen Johnson. Trying to keep it in and losing the battle with the ball is Raheem Alcock. So a throw for Cape Fear here in minute 66. Correction, are they going to give it a goal kick? So it'll be a goal kick. Nothing for through in the first 53 minutes. Then Logan Edwards and Franco Fernandez 10 minutes apart. Here's Lorenz playing it back. Dockery, near side Brewer. Eric. Again, Matten trying to intercept the pass. Vega had it for a moment, lost it, now got it back, and we're going to get a foul call. Foul called on Cape Fear. What was that? Eric Brewer giving a shove to Enrique Power. Brewer still jawing. I got to think he's going to get a card. And I'm not sure if it's going to be yellow or red. It is yellow. And he's lucky. Eric Brewer, I'm not sure. There's been some jawing, as there always is. So Brewer's going to come out. That's his 5th yellow. Temper, Mr. Brewer. I think Alex DeGrassi came in for him. So now we'll have the free kick. Power was waiting to take. The header into the back of the net. It's Alcock. Second goal of the season for Raheem. And we got a game again here in the 67th minute. Beautiful ball by Power again. And it's 2-1 now. Sea Devils, that insurance goal coming up huge now. So Raheem Alcock now with 2 goals, 1 assist. Lorenz. Cape Fear needs to settle back into this one as Fernandez is fouled. Goal kick to come as Guzmeo gets some help. Now correction, it's going to be taken from center circle. Ball was just cleared back to Guzmeo. Short to Lorenz. Dockery gets it back from Edwards. 68th minute. Edwards will play it forward, looking for Barnello. Aquilar. Oh, no. O'Keen Johnson shaken up. Here's Tyler Nelson, Fernandez. And again, the defense is there. So some momentum here for Salkehatchie. Brian Paul picked up the lone yellow card for the Indians in the first half. Matten had trouble with his footing. Counterattack is on. Tyler Nelson trying to get through. Tyler Nelson shooting. It's blocked. Lewis again. Corner kick to come for Cape Fear. With Deshaun Brown on the bench, we'll see who takes it here. Shaken up player for USC-Salkehatchie, O'Keen Johnson, hobbling at center circle, but he appears to be okay enough to let play go on, or Bill Glass is making a sub here. I don't see anybody. So Tyler Nelson will take the corner. Nelson, good boot. And that'll go out of play for a goal kick. 2-1, all the scoring coming in the last 14, 15 minutes or so. We had nothing through the first 53. Then Logan Edwards off a corner kick from Deshaun Brown, making it 1-0 off a header. Franco Fernandez off a beautiful pass from Tyler Nelson in the 63rd minute, making it 2-0. Now Salkehatchie getting on the board a couple of minutes ago. Alcock with his second of the season, making it 2-1. And if you're Cape Fear, Brian Paul losing it at center circle, fighting with Barnello, trying to get it back, and he'll be called for a foul. Quick free kick by Aguirre. Fernandez on the far side of your screen. Fernandez trying to keep it, but it does roll to Lewis. Minute 71. Things are starting to get chippy and It's been a physical game all afternoon. Brian Paul. Far side, that was Sequel. O'Keen Johnson. Here's Matten. Sliding play by Vega, I believe. And now a foul called as Barnello got pushed. And a yellow card to Power. Is that his? No, that's not his second. Paul had the first yellow. So the Sea Devils will take this free kick. Logan Edwards at center circle. They're going to make a sub here. Well, we thought they were, as Vega was going to come out, Rodriguez was going to come in, but the referees disallow it. So we play on. Here's the near side, DeGrassi kick. Headed back. O'Keen Johnson now. Matten. Aquilar. Sterling now. Johnson, Sterling. On the far side, it's Egghill. And coming up is the right back, Simmons, to knock it out of play here in minute 72. Sterling. Crawford. Now Alcock. Johnson. Sterling again. Matten. Fernandez almost coming up with the turnover. Patient right now for the Indians. Trying to even it up. We're at 2-1. Sterling comes to the near side. This is Aquilar. His pass knocked away. Aquilar tries to cross. Logan Edwards was there. Now a turnover. Fernandez. And Fernandez called for a foul. So a free kick. I think O'Keen Johnson tried to go for a quick free kick. Correction, that was Brian Paul, I believe. So Paul will take this free kick. Paul takes it low. There's O'Keen Johnson. Chips it in. Headed back. Sequel fires coming right at Guzmeo. And he makes the play. So the shots 11 now to 10 in favor of Cape Fear, but just barely. It has cooled off since the sun went down. Here in Wilmington, 69 degrees now. So unlike the first part of the year where there were water breaks and cramping, players look a little more fresh out there here today. Now Vega will come out. Alex Rodriguez coming in for him. I believe we'll see Deshaun Brown at some point, too. He did pick up a yellow card earlier in this first half. Tenorio has also come on, as you see him playing, trying to play the ball against Sequel. Sequel passes off the mark. Sterling couldn't get there. So Cape Fear with the throw. Simmons on the far side with the throw at Aguirre. Looking for Nelson on the far side. Johnson now. That's O'Keen Johnson. Alcock. And that'll go out of play. Throw to come here for DeGrassi. C.W. Ponton saying that Alex is the heart of the team. One of those leaders. You see him wearing one of the captain's armbands. '76th minute. And a throw in to come for Cape Fear. DeGrassi. And I believe we're going to see Brown come back in. Tyler Nelson will get a break. We assume it will be a short one as Deshaun Brown checks back in. Brown is second assist of the season on the first goal of the evening for Cape Fear. Chris Sheeman, glad to be with you one last time here in 2017 at Legion Stadium. We bunched a lot of the broadcasts together in part because the Sea Devils going on the road for 3 straight. They will conclude here at home with 3 on the road at home at the end of October. Barnello. Back heel, Rodriguez. Losing it to Paul. Rodriguez trying to keep it in play. He cannot. Gave a little kick to Paul. Again, it's getting chippy. Aguirre now jawing with Alcock. So the foul is called on the Indians. Free kick to come. DeGrassi will take it for the Sea Devils. Here in minute 78. About 12 and a half left to go. DeGrassi, keeper is out. Trying on the volley attempt Rodriguez, but it's cleared out. On the far side, Shane Sterling. Johnson back to Sterling. Sterling slides to keep it in play, but he cannot. Throw for the Sea Devils. Cape Fear 2. USC-Salkehatchie 1. That's going to be played back. Nice header by Nathaniel Lorenz, and we have another foul called. So the whistle's starting to come a little more frequently here as play has become more physical. It's been a good physical game the whole match, but really in the second half you're starting to see a little of the extracurricular activities. The kick boom forward. Brown tried to get ahead on it, but it's over everybody, out of play for a goal kick. Cape Fear, just 3 wins last year, but C.W. Ponton really making his mark this year, getting this program back to where it used to be. Chris Liebert, who used to coach the team for so many years, still with the athletic program, just not coaching anymore. Cape Fear, just a couple of weekends ago, coming off a performance against USC Sumter where they had 28 shots in the game. The most since 2013. Another yellow card is shown. Was it Aguirre who picked it up? So Aguirre picks up a yellow.
Given to Cape Fear, C-Devil, number 19, Anthony Aguirre.
Aguirre will come out, and Alfredo Martinez comes in. I haven't heard anything from Germany today. Is it too late in Vilsek? It's got to be probably, what, 1, close to 2 in the morning there? That's early for me, though. So taking the free kick now is Power, and it's headed up. That was close to disaster for Cape Fear, but Sea Devils making nice defensive plays to keep themselves in the lead. Nearing minute 81. And trouble with his footing there for O'Keen Johnson. Now less than 10 minutes to play. Cape Fear trying to hang on. They haven't given up on the attack, though. Still looking for more here. Mayo. Boy, Matten took a wicked shot as he went for a header. Again, it's one of those inadvertent plays. More jawing away from the ball now. Matten is still down. And we are going to step away here for a moment while they look at Matten for USC-Salkehatchie. Well, some good news if you're an Indians fan. Killian Matten up under his own power. So hopefully the shot that he took not too severe. So we will get back to live action here. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you. Legion Stadium here in Wilmington. 2-1, Sea Devils with the lead. Sea Devils got on the board first in the 53rd minute. Header by Logan Edwards off a corner kick from Deshaun Brown. In the 63rd, Fernandez with his 5th goal of the season. Off an assist from Tyler Nelson. Now here's a shot, Tenorio, and it's blocked by Lewis. Inside 9 to go. Sometimes after an injury, you'll see the opposing team kick it away. That was not the case this time. Cape Fear going for blood. 2-1. Sea Devils looking for more here. Brian Paul. Logan Edwards getting it forward. Martinez gaining control. Barnello. And Nobody's there. Sequel able to take it away. So we saw a close finish between Wake Tech and Cape Fear on Saturday, and we're seeing one here again today as Barnello called for the foul. It's another Salkehatchie player slow to get up. Inside the 83rd minute now. Less than 8 to play. That free kick boomed into the box. Simmons with 2 attacking players around him. And now a foul called on the Indians. 13-10, Cape Fear. Wait a minute now. Who was called for the foul? This one is starting to get a little ugly. The officials are going to have to get control of these kids out there because the emotion's getting the best of them. Second game in a row where we've seen it. So, was the foul called on Cape Fear? If it was a foul in the box, then it would be a penalty kick.
No, it was a high kick.
It was a high kick. Okay.
Something happened after the play, though.
They're still jawing. As soon as the officials went away, now the sideline officials running in. The officials went to talk about things, and that's when the jawing started up again. I mean, come on, guys. Let's... Did they throw somebody out? I think they were talking about the foul called, so it will be a free kick for Cape Fear, is what I believe was called. And I believe they are sending somebody off. And I believe it's O'Keen Johnson. It's a red card. So Johnson picks up a red card. Still, it looks like the officials have to sort out who's going to take this kick as well. I don't think I've ever seen a free kick in the box before. But it will be a free kick for the Indians. So here we go. You won't see this often. It looks like Power will take the kick here. Johnson talking strategy. I don't know what the holdup is here. I think they're trying to be tricky. But they blew the whistle about a minute ago, didn't they?
Yeah.
The clock has not started, though. So the clock should start. I mean, how long do you give them? Power now will take the kick. It's blocked. Guzmeo goes for the ball and able to get it away. Out on the run, Tenorio trying to get to it now for Cape Fear. It's won by Alcock. Alcock plays it, but it goes out of play. So 84th minute, less than 6.5 left to go. DeGrassi with the throw in. Martinez on the far side. A chase for the ball, and it's going to be played behind Amador, I believe. So a corner kick now. Deshaun Brown will jog out, I believe, here in the 85th minute. Looks like Tyler Nelson getting set to come back on for Cape Fear. So Nelson comes back in, and it'll be Simmons to take the corner kick here. Simmons boots it in, headed out by the defense. Cape Fear's got to be wary of the counterattack here. Nice job by Aguilar to keep it in play. And now a foul called on the Sea Devils. Obviously, the Indians want to try to go quickly here. Their time starting to become more limited. Power. Headed out by Lorenz. Martinez plays it forward. It's played back in. And Guzmeo will make a play on it. And he can run a few seconds off now. Yeah, Guzmeo is limping. Hopefully he's okay after coming up to make the play on the ball off that free kick taken in the box by the Indians. Minto pushed down by DeGrassi. Nearing the 87th minute. As there's now 4 minutes left to go in this one. Another opportunity via the set piece here for the Indians. Trying to tie it up. Punched out by Guzmeo. Punched again. Still a live ball. Guzmeo again. And that'll go behind for a corner kick. Sterling is sprinting out there to take it. So Sterling will take the corner kick for the Indians on the far side. Boots it over. Header by Minto, and that's cleared out. Deshaun Brown had first touch on it, trying to chase it down. Ball played forward. Just about everybody up for the Indians now. The keeper, Lewis, out of the box even. That's going to go out of play. It'll be a throw now for Salkehatchie. Throw now by Paul. Power got it over to Sequel on the far side. Here's Paul. Don't want to be too patient with it. Indians starting to get it going now. Here's Alcock firing it over the crossbar. But enough to make Guzmeo say hello. They say he deflected it. So it was off a Cape Fear player, a head. Nearing 2 minutes left to go. Another corner kick for the Indians. Well, if Cape Fear or if the Indians don't win this, it's not for a lack of opportunity. Guzmeo playing aggressive again with the punch out. And the scissor kick play will go out of play. They do say, again, it was touched by a Sea Devil, so another corner kick. 89th minute, you see the time remaining as time starts to wind down here. The corner again, Guzmeo punches it out. Nelson able to clear it out of play. Throw for Johnson on the far side. Again, Salkehatchie's playing with 10 as O'Keen Johnson picked up a yellow card. So now they say that was off of the Indians. Cape Fear player shaken up, but We go inside now. The 90th minute. 56 seconds left to go. Cape Fear looking for their 6th win of the season. And obviously, no hurry to take that free kick, although here at center circle, Salkehatchie gets it back. Tenorio. Ball deflected. On the near side, there's Martinez. Martinez plays it forward, inside 30 seconds to go. Brown, Barnello, the flag is down. Tenorio. Foul is called. Quick free kick. One more chance here for Salkehatchie, and it looks like they're going to run out of time. 7 seconds left to go. Cape Fear will hang on. The Sea Devils will win their 6th game of the season, doubling last year's win total and going the 5-3 in Region 10 play, winning 2-1 over USC-Salkehatchie. So, 53rd minute, Logan Edwards got the party started off a corner kick from Deshaun Brown. Edwards with the header, making it 1-0. In the 63rd minute, Franco Fernandez scoring the game winner off a beautiful pass from Tyler Nelson to make it 2-0. And then Alcock answering back for the Indians 4 minutes later in the 67th, making it 2-1, and that is how we wind up. Folks, again, this is our last soccer broadcast of the season. One more broadcast this fall coming up, though. We will have volleyball against Davison County October 14th at 4 p.m., so be sure to tune in for that. My thanks to you for watching, to my main man Ethan Carlson for running the camera for us this year, and everybody here at Cape Fear. So, once again, your final, Sea Devils improving to 6-3. They will rematch with USC-Salkehatchie Friday at 4 p.m. in South Carolina, but the Sea Devils win today, 2-1. Enjoy the rest of your week, everybody, and we'll talk to you again October 14th.